What were some of the things that you found that interested you and made it into this book?
Well, there's, I think, kind of three themes that come out. The first one is the emphasis on providence, or the sovereignty of God, how many individuals saw the war as being directed by God or being controlled by Him, that, yes, individual people were making the decisions and were fighting the battles and whatnot, but yet they saw a higher power that was kind of controlling American history, and they thought this way because a second theme was the importance of the Union and the fact that it was sacred, that America was kind of destined in providential history to be that kind of last bastion of democracy, and we would export democracy around the world. And not only that, Christianity would be sent around the globe, and that heathens would be Christianized. And if America as a nation split in two, then what is that going to do with, God's plan for the Union? And so there was that sacred element that most religious people talked about in their letters. And so, battles weren't just the specific who won the Battle of Bull Run. Yes, obviously that's important for the temporary, but they also want to know, how is this helping us move forward in promoting the vision of what they think America should be? And then because of that, this kind of assurance that God was working on behalf of the North, you've got a divided citizenry. And so you've got a lot of Democrats who are opposed to the Lincoln administration or how he's prosecuting the war, especially once it becomes an emancipationist war. And so on the home front, you see a lot of division. And churches themselves are even divided when you have Democratic members who don't like the fact that their pastor is always talking about the war or that it's about slavery. And in some cases, you've got Republican members who don't like the fact that their minister isn't talking about the war enough. And so you have church splits that I found. Even small churches with only 20, 30 people, they would have resolutions on whether or not the war was about slavery or what exactly was going on. And you would hear these dissenters who would not vote for the resolution, then ultimately they would show up as, in a few months, not attending the church anymore. And in some cases, pastors being forced out of their denomination because they voted for a Democratic candidate for governor or whatever the case might be. So this political division in the North came into the churches as well, and that was something that really kind of surprised me.